Hey bike farmers, thanks for clicking in. This is part 2 of my adventures in tubeless. Part 1, I basically just threw in the towel and gave up on tubeless altogether. Part 2 is going to be me correcting all of the mistakes I made in part 1. Many of which were mentioned in the comments, but I kind of learned it on my own. So what happened is I pretty much hacked this tubeless job up and drove myself crazy in the process. And then while I was editing it, I'm like, there's no way that that's gonna hold. So I went downstairs and lo and behold, I found this rear tire totally flat. And I got a bunch of footage of me correcting the mistakes on this, and I totally blew a gasket and lost. And you'll see that coming up here in a minute. I felt awful about all of it. And as I was walking away, I noticed after all of that, I had put this tire on backwards. Yeah, backwards. And I also learned that what I did is I put a little wider tape in here. I found some in my box and it worked way better. And that's what was causing the problem from the get-go, I think, which means that the front tire had the wrong size tape in it. So I spent all of afternoon hacking my way across the golf course. Worst round of golf ever. I was in a seriously foul mood because of all of this. I just felt guilty. I felt stupid. I did the wrong thing. I'm not being nice to my customers, all this stuff. I just said all this head trash, bad day, whatever. And last night I'm falling asleep and I couldn't fall asleep because I'm thinking about it. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna get up in the morning. I'm gonna go downstairs with an open mind and patience and calm and 1 cup of coffee, and I'm gonna make it right. And I did. This is a professional tubeless job that I think will hold up and serve the customer well. I woke up to a text from Dylan, the customer, and he had seen the video, and I think I was a little mean to him or something, and I feel bad about that too, but I think, we're kind of friends. We'll get over it, right? And he sent me these really cool pictures of this bike tour that he was on, and the duct tape, he explained, was a roadside thing. I don't know all of the details on that, but he was getting flats, and I guess the old brim strip was trashed, and he thought that was the case, and he put the tape in, and it worked good enough for who it's for. Still, the question remains, should we just put in a new rim strip and use tubes? In my opinion, yes, always. That's the way I would do it. I think there is a time and place for tubeless. Certain parts of the country where you're running over a lot of thorns and that sort of thing, it can be helpful. If you're a mountain biker and want to run the lower pressures and get grip and that sort of thing, it's helpful. I saw a lot of comments from people where they're like, I went tubeless and it's been 20 years since I've had a flat. And I saw another one where they're like, I've been on 10 group rides and 9 of the 10 flats that I've seen were on tubeless tires and couldn't be fixed, and they just threw a tube in there anyway. My experience is it's not worth the hassle, and I've converted all of my bikes back to tubes, and my fast bikes are TPU tubes, and I saw a lot of comments on that. So I don't know, there is no right way, right? But there is a right way to do tubeless installations, and I didn't do it on the last video, and I didn't do it on the footage you're about to see. No, I did do it on the footage you're about to see, but I struggled and whatever. But this time I went at it calmly, and I'm happy to report that this bike is good to go. Just rest assured, everything's good with this bike now. Nobody's getting a hack job, and I feel good about things again. So thanks for watching. You kick back and relax. I'll see you on the flip side. So I'm upstairs editing this stupid video, and I'm like, there is no way in hell that that rear tire still has air in it. And I come downstairs and it's flat as a pancake. And I don't know, is it a self-fulfilling prophecy? Or is it just my shitty attitude and cutting corners or whatever? But this valve is just not sealing up at all. So we gotta do something about it. It ain't gonna fix itself. Well, let's make a mess. Complete, filthy, utter mess. Theoretically, there's a whole bunch of sealant in there, and it's all on the bottom. Gravity has pulled it out of harm's way. So I can break the bead here, which easier said than done. And I'm probably gonna end up folding over the tape, and we're gonna have to redo the whole thing. I don't know. Let's see here. I can't even get this valve stem to move. There we go. Okay. So I just pushed the valve stem back up into the tire, and I'm kind of moving it around. So what I think has happened is I covered the valve hole with the tape, right? So there's 2 layers of tape, and then I just poked a hole in it with the scissors to make room for the valve, right? Put the valve through, and then I'm assuming, possibly incorrectly, but it should be that the rubber on the valve seals up the hole around that tape, right? Because the rubber is squishy, and the tape, it's just a layer or 2, so it's not that big of a deal. And then if you tighten down the nut, theoretically, that'll compress that rubber around the tape, which is around the rim, and it should all seal up really good. Just like the bead around the rim. It's not leaking anywhere around the rim, you know? It's just the valve. And I can feel, I mean, there's a lot of sealant here. It's all over my hands now, all over my nose, right? So if I really tighten down that nut, it should squish everything together. Let's see how. Man, a whole bunch just came out. I absolutely hate this. This is just such a dumb way to make a living. It's not fun. It's not necessary. You know, there's just no redeeming qualities to this activity. And these stupid tubeless tires and rims, you absolutely cannot unseat anything. You know, anytime you want any maintenance done or anything, it's just problematic. I literally had, like, you ever use Voltaren anti-inflammatory cream or whatever? Like, my hands hurt today from dealing with this yesterday, you know? And I had to, like, medicate myself. And now it's just gonna, yep, there goes the tape. I gotta take all this apart, and it's filthy, and I gotta wrestle with it. I'm so mad right now, you know? And I'm mad because I said I didn't want to do it once before, you know? And the customer insisted that I do it. And it's like, there's a reason I don't want to do this. Right? I mean, there's no reason that shouldn't seal. I mean, is that thing too bitched up now? I mean, that's a really clean hole. I'm afraid if I, like, mess with that hole, I'm just going to make things worse. You know what I mean? All right, I mean, that is squished. You know, what is going on there? What are you seeing that I'm not? All right, so I have a different style valve here. It fits the long way. And then it's got a rubber grommet on this side. And then I think maybe this goes this way, but that doesn't seal it. And I want to seal it. So I'm gonna go this way. And it's gonna smoosh it. You probably can't see that. I guess either way, it just kind of bottoms out. You know, this is a bad design too. It's just bad design, bad ideas. Bad, 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 bad. You know, so that doesn't even tighten down. Hardly. You know, I can't even get that to tighten down with whatever you call this. Let's try this knurled nut with a grommet. Oh my God. You know, and that just wants to spin in there. No, I can't grab onto that. Unbelievable. You know, like that doesn't, you can't get that to tighten down. It's just twisting in there. Oh my thumbs. Oh, I'm so mad. God damn it. Look at that. How is this better? How is this even better for anything? Oh. Tape just came right off. It's the last time I do this, ever, in my life. I won't do it. Okay, I am going to not have tape over the valve hole. And I'm using a slightly wider tape. And it still feels wet in there, even though I dried the crap out of everything. So there's no way anything's gonna fucking stick. Because I can't get the sealant out of here because it's full of sealant. It's everywhere now. And you can't get rid of it. Oh. It's just wet. It won't stop being wet. Yeah. Trying to get it to all come out. It's not sticking. The tape won't stick. I think that's actually kind of halfway working. How about goof off? I mean, I just can't imagine that this will work either. So the thought was, is if I don't cover up the hole, but this tape isn't even sticking, so the sealant's just going to get underneath the tape. And we still have sealant coming out of the rim. I don't know. I can't get anything to stick to it. And even if I do, it doesn't work. All right, I'm gonna try surgical precision here. It's probably a bad idea. I don't know. I guess I didn't really change anything. But it's like, I mean, that stem really fits in there good. Way better than that other one. I mean, I guess it's possible that air was seeping in from somewhere else and just like coming through the rim and out. We're gonna try it. This will be fun. Nice and gooey and slippery. I'm gonna have to take a shower when I'm done with this. Literally. I have it all over myself. Deep breaths. No leaks. I think it was the tape. It had to have been the tape. Yeah, the next thing that's going to happen is this valve is going to get all full of gooey old sealant and not work. That's always fun. My gauge has stopped working. I just heard the valve leaking.